Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. I find it both interesting and strange that I live next to some of the most productive farmland in the world. This morning, I walked alongside this vast soybean field, growing some of the most vibrant plants that I've ever seen, but I could not eat them. Something seems to be wrong, and perhaps these fields could explain why Americans eat so little vegetables. In this video, I would like to make the case that eating more vegetables might not be as hard as it seems. A food is a source of nourishment and a source of pleasure. And it is the balance of the two that gives us our physical and psychological health. A food is both physiological and psychological, subjective and objective at the same time. And our preferences for food is both rational and emotional. For people who like vegetables naturally, is that nature or nurture? And for people who dislike vegetables, could that be change? This turned out to be an important question for the modern age as the consumption of vegetable continues to decline. I have thought about this question for a long time, and my answer is leaning toward nurture. I know some people will turn their nose to this dish, but I also know people will totally in love with this dish. I would like to know the answer to this dichotomy because I believe the answer has serious possibilities. Fast and processed food has become a cornerstone of modern society, but are we willing to accept its consequence on our collective health? The nutritional quality of this dish is undeniable, but what good would it do if you do not find it palatable? Fast and processed food have their deep appeal with their convenience and speed. Switching to home cooking presents a serious challenge, an obstacle that is not easy to overcome. And this is the purpose of my YouTube channel, to show that it could be easily done. When you use my fast cooking system every day, you will find home cooking to be superior in every way. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple way how you're going to cook a vegetable that you will love. And all you need is to be open and curious and add to it with a touch of imagination. When you explore a cuisine, you also explore its culture. And when you explore its food ingredients, you explore its agriculture. When you talk about the characteristics of American cuisine, the first thing that comes to mind is beef. On the other hand, when it comes to the discussion of Chinese cuisine, the first ingredients that usually come to mind is vegetables. When you have certain type of ingredients, then you will cook certain type of dishes. These dishes then become the foundation of a cuisine. So anytime when you explore a cuisine, you are not limited by just exploring its food. You are also exploring its agriculture, its geography, and its weather. In the past, if you want to try different cuisine of the world, we have to become a traveler of the world. And now with local availability of ingredients from any part of the world, and now you can prepare cuisine from anywhere in the world. During my visit to a local grocery store, I was delighted to find two different types of baby bok choy. As indicated by their namesake, they came from different places. From the island of Taiwan, it came the whitish bok choy, whereas the green color baby bok choy once only come from the Shanghai region. And now you can find them anywhere in the world as their seed has spread all over the world. This is a period of renaissance for home cooking, as there had never been in history with so many different ingredients to cook with. For example, shiitake mushroom, I always have them dried. I never really know what they are like if they are not dried. And now they are available fresh and make me feel so refreshed. If any mushroom going to declare as king, this king oyster mushroom will wear the crown. This baby Bella shout out loud, please don't leave me out because I want to join in the fun. Here is my truster Wok, getting ready to rock. He said that give me 2 tablespoons of canola oil so that I could be all slick up. And give me a little bit smoke. I will make sure that you will not stick. I call this spot seasoning, and trust me, it really works. The king said I'm going to lead the charge because I am tougher than anyone else. The king wear a brownish crown over a tall white stem. It has a thick, meaty flesh, an excellent substitute for meat. It is native to the Mediterranean region along the coast from Europe to North Africa. The king said, give me a few stir. I like to take a bath in the oil to give you great flavor. The king said, I'm ready for my friends from Asia. First comes the baby from Shanghai. They said, we might be small, but our taste is tender and juicy. And that's why you pay more. They now shout out for their Shanghainese brother or maybe sisters. Playing together is a lot of fun, but that is what not usually happens. Cooking these 2 baby bok choy together is uncommon, and the reason is because people are stubborn. Perhaps they need a lesson on inclusion. I perhaps also need a lesson as well, because it's the first time for me to cook them together. As everybody settle in, they are now ready for the shiitake. Their excitement is high. Meeting the fresh shiitake is why. Oop, here is an unexpected interloper. 2 cups of chunky fried tofu. But everyone seems to be okay because it still is their plant brothers. They probably would voice their disapproval if it was some animal product like chicken breast. Stir, stir, and stir. Cooking the food ingredients with oil is essential. This will make the French chemist Maillard happy because the chemical reaction of his namesake will give you better tasting food. And a little bit more oil will help everybody looking pretty. Everybody is waiting for the portobello so they could get their flavor. The portobello said, I'd like to join you later because I want to be prim and proper, to keep my texture perfect for the most discernible palate. In order to cook this dish perfect, you don't need to follow any recipe. All you need to do is to have a template, and the food ingredients will lead you through the dance. And with some trial and error, you will know exactly when they are ready. Your palate is going to be the best judge. They will tell you when it is not done. Just a touch, a little bit more oil, just to keep everybody happy. And next comes the time for the sauna. A little bit water to gather up some steam. This is also the time to clean the wok as the vegetables are being steamed. As a small amount of water turns into steam, a spatula will get the surface clean. Using the spot cleaning method as you cook, it will make cleaning and scrubbing later be a breeze. 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce is how I'm going to season the dish to provide the food ingredients a light and delicate taste. With 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce, it will bring some sweetness to the dish. With 3 different kinds of mushroom, 2 kinds of bok choy, and fried tofu, this dish is going to be rich in flavor. And last but not the least, the cherry tomatoes will be in order. A few cherry tomatoes will do the job to add color and to make me happy. Each time when I bite into one will give me a rush of fresh tomato juice. This is flavor chasing at its best because I tailored it exactly how I like it. And to add some excitement to the dish, I add some fried chili in oil sauce. By adding 1 teaspoon of it, it will not make it hot, but it certainly will make it interesting. Watching all the ingredients transform in this dish, I am now in the home stretch in finish cooking this dish. Now I am chasing the flavor with intensity. Every taste testing will get me closer to my ideal flavor. Perhaps I need just a little bit more oyster sauce to make it just right. No amount of money that you pay can get you a dish like this. This dish is one of a kind of my creation. Some of these ingredients you will not be able to get in fast and processed food, or even in a fancy restaurant. But will it still convince you that a vegetable dish can taste amazing? I think it probably will, because this dish is rich in flavor, and the different vegetable ingredients there make it interesting as well as exciting. But of course, you need to decide that whether you want to eat more vegetables. If a plant-based diet is going to be your future, then this vegetable medley dish definitely will be in your future. This dish encompasses all aspects of my fast cooking system, that is flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking, which is the cooking system that has changed my life. And I'm confident that it will with you too. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.